doing the real estate with Remax, and then owning my own travel company. And so I am what we would call unemployable, and not necessarily unemployable. It could be in a good way, a bad way, whatever the case may be. But my why is, I went to school. They told me to do that. I did that, but I never really. It's been 20 years since I've been employed by anyone, which means that, let's face it, what am I going to put on a resume? I mean, what do I say? What are the references that saying I'm on time and I'm a hard worker and, all these magnificent skills, conventional skills? I mean, what do I do? Say I'm a leader and I do my own thing? So, so my why is what in the world would I do? If this does not work, what else am I going to do? I mean, I'm like 42 years old. I don't have time to keep starting over and over and over again. What else am I going to do? Even being educated, I don't have any corporate experience. With all the people who, have education as well as work history, where do I fit in? So my why, not only does it doesn't make me cry, it's so strong, I don't even like to think about it. Sometimes you know what you got to do, and you know why you got to do it. So when you guys are looking at me like, dang, this girl is just crazy, she don't stop, she just check me out, what else am I going to do? Like, what do I put on the resume? And that's the honest to God truth, but what I want to do is open the line up today, because a lot of times, it's not until you hear your why replayed that it becomes real. A lot of times we're just holding on to our why. We're embarrassed about our why in a lot of cases. But your why, once you put that out to the universe, is valid. So with that, I am going to allow this call for anyone, and don't take up all of our time. I'm going to give you 2 minutes. 2 minutes to dig deep and share why did you join vitel. And what is your why? Beyond making you cry, what is it that makes you say, you know what? I've got to do something different. I am tired. I don't know your story, but I do know in most cases, in order for us to join network marketing, typically, we're not proactive, we're reactive. So it's because something was in total shambles in our life, and we are just got tired. So with that, I want to open up the lines, and I want to give you 2 minutes. Don't go on and on with the long, condense your story in about 2 minutes. But whoever, wishes to share their why. And I want to tell you there's no right why or wrong why. It's yours. That's the one thing that you own. I remember I shared my why on my page one evening, and a gentleman tried to counter me. I said, whoa, this is my why. Now, you're welcome to share your own. But I own this one. So, there's no right or wrong, but I do want to get to the point, because the thing is, the more you guys share your personal stories anyway, the more you're going to excel in your vitel business. So we may as well just put it on out there and just get it all out there. But we really need to get familiar with our why once again, to give us another breath of fresh air. So anyone who wants the floor, you have about 2 minutes to share your why. laid off from our careers, and we were on unemployment, and we used up all 99 weeks, and we didn't have savings, and we didn't have a 401k, and we definitely didn't have a plan B. With 8 kids, we were forced to go on the welfare, something we thought we'd never ever have to do. So we had to get food stamps and SNAP days and state medical insurance for the kids. And a friend told me, because she knew how much I had been struggling to pay my bills every month, and said, I have something I want you to watch. I did watch the vitel presentation, and I cried even more because I saw the value in this company. I did other companies before, and they were great. They just didn't work for me. And Vitel had stuff, products and services that were essential, and we all use them every day, and those were my bills. So if I could help people save money and make money and get my bills paid, I was all for it. Vitel has just done a complete 180 for my family, and it's truly been a vehicle that I've been able to use to change my family's life. And we don't have to, worry about robbing Peter to pay Paul, or who we were going to have to avoid a phone call from because we owed money. And, the leadership in this company is amazing, absolutely amazing. Miss Blue took me under her wing when I needed it most. And, Vitel really, really changed my family's life. And I constantly stay and look at my why every single day because it's my family. And, anytime I get frustrated, I look back at my why. And I said, that's right, that's why I do this, and I love Vitel. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Penny. Is there anyone else? You got 2 minutes to share your why, but we need to hear it. You've got to validate your why. You've got to validate this thing because we have to get back to identify why in the world are we even in Vitel. We got to get this thing cranking. So, anybody else? Would anybody else like to share?
Hello, Lou.
Yes, ma'am.
This is Becky Barefoot from Garner, North Carolina. And hey, I've worked for 25 years, and in March will be 25 years with the state. And I just realized when I saw Vitel, it was a year ago. It was an awesome company, pay your bills, make money, and make residual. And I'm looking for retirement. And it's not going to be enough for when I do decide to retire. I want to be able to do things with my family and help people that I know need. If I can, if they need some help, I want to help them. Not think about it. Just do it. But that's my why. And I love Vitel and can't wait till Houston.
Thank you, Becky. Anyone else? Let's get our whys out in the open. Let's validate.
Hey, Lou, it's Noel Floyd.
Hey.
Hey, guys, I'll share with you mine. I'm an area sales manager also with Vitel, and I don't have a story of being, stricken with low income or anything like that. My wife and I were very blessed to have very nice jobs, but there's a thing you can have, and that's or not have, and that's money management. And I come out, probably 19, 20 years old, making $50,000 a year at 20. By the time I was 25 to 28 years old, I personally was making $70,000 a year. My wife, nearly that. But we didn't manage our money very well. We bought as we pleased, anything like that. I was also in the National Guard, and we saved a little bit of money here and there. But what happened was National Guard deployed me. I'm not blaming this on the Guard at all. I'm blaming this on my lack of money management. And we really started struggling because the National Guard didn't pay me nearly what my regular employer did, and so started struggling to pay bills. We had never been late on any anything at all ever, and we started falling more behind and more behind and more behind because of my I guess my irresponsibility. Instead of you guys, you can be millionaires are broke too, and I'm going to say that you can be broke, you're just broke at a higher level, and we actually were forced to make a decision, and we made a decision to file Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Hardest, most humbling experience I ever done in my life. And Chapter 13 bankruptcy is not a bankruptcy where you wipe off all your debt. You pay back your debt, like a restructure. I currently have an $1,150 a month bankruptcy payment. Okay? I need something to supplement my income because of the irresponsibilities and the actions that I took. Guys, at 28 years old, I was driving two Mercedes Benz. I had a Ford Explorer, also a Dodge Ram. There's no reason for two people of my age to have four vehicles and three vehicle payments in excess of $600 a month. No reason for that. Once I got my head screwed on straight and decided something had to happen, is when I started seeking other options, and network marketing was it. I'm so blessed to have found vitel. Like Penny, I've tried other companies. I've done well in some other companies, but I never found the support that I found with vitel. Usually, in the past in some of the other companies, I got a pat on the back and I was told good luck, and you were lucky to hear from your upline sponsor or anybody like that for more than maybe once a month. But I do this for my family. I do this because I made some bad decisions, and I know that the only way out of it was to do something different than what I was doing. But a lot of you, that's probably the first time you ever heard that. You might be on my team tonight. It's not something I make public, but I think a lot of us are more relatable at what we can think. I'm not just some guy that flew out of here and just started seeing success, guys. I work very hard for what I'm doing, and so do other people. And for you to be able to do that and see the things that some other people are seeing, you've got to understand your why, as what we're talking about tonight. Your why has to be greater than your reason to quit. That's all I've got.
Thank you, Noel. Thank you for sharing the story. Anybody else? Let's get it out in the street. Let's validate our why. We're 2 minutes. Yes, sir.
Yes, just give me John.
Yes, say to them.
I joined vitel simply because I saw the residual income, I saw the potential in the company, and also wanted to prove something to myself because all my life just about I heard that I can't do this, I can't do that. So I'm out with a vengeance to prove to everybody that they're basically wrong about me and about my life. I'm also did it because I have a 10-year-old daughter and I have to raise by myself now, and so I'm out here trying to do my thing, with it, and trying to make a believer out of myself and out of everybody else, So I had a little distraction that I just got rid of because she didn't believe it, and I had to get out of it for a minute, so I just got back in because I got rid of the distraction. So now I'm full force with it, and that's all I have for now.
Thank you, Kendall, for sharing your story. Anybody else? Let's get these. We gotta validate that. When you put your light out there, first of all, it's liberating. Because we're so embarrassed. And we think that we're the only person in the world going through what we're going through, feeling how we're feeling. But you're relating to somebody else. I promise you, you guys are touching, others and giving them the strength, to keep it moving. So, this is what this is about. And I think a lot of times I have this on our women's
my why is that I know without a shadow of a doubt this company, this industry is going to allow us to have true financial freedom where we don't have to work for money, where we have a system that eventually the money will work for us. As entrepreneurs, we have a system with this company, Vitel, and this is a vehicle that we can utilize. So I know, like I said, without a shadow of a doubt, this company will allow us to be financially free. That's my true why, because I know, without a shadow of a doubt, that this company will truly allow us to have financial freedom where we don't have to put in 20 to 30, 40 years of working and not have anything to see. True residual is what we're working for now, so that we can have something for our children's children. And this is why I do what I do. That's my why.
Thank you, Marciano. Let's keep it going, guys. And I'm so excited that you all are even sharing in this because it is, a breakthrough. When you put it out there to the universe, it just becomes real. You can't hold that why in. This is real. So who's next? Give me 2 minutes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good. Scotty, Florida. I'm a team leader. The reason I got into life though is because of residual income. And I save money, make money. I mean, you're gonna pay your bills anyhow. So when I can pay for it, think you're self an income now, right now. My why is to save money out because my daddy knows the way money goes. 6 months ago, and died, but I have my to save me a lot of money. So make it do it different. He's gonna win. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. See, this is real. This is what we need. A lot of times we just run around here, not even, because life is so painful, we try to allow ourselves to forget. And then we get in a do nothing mode. So thank you so much, Scotty, for sharing that. It's so real. And put into the system, baby. Do some 3 ways. Plug into the system. It is, see, it hurts so much, but that's giving us even more to, now we got to take action. We can't just say that it hurts. We got to take action, but I'm so glad you put it out here because now you got to take action. So thank you, Scotty. You don't know what you just did to your business. You have no idea what you just did to your business. Who's next? Let's put it out here. We're getting some breakthroughs, and then we're going to go to work.
I'm from Dayton, Ohio.
Yes, sir.
My why is because I've been in the wireless industry selling phones, working for somebody since 1996, and I've activated 50 to 100 lines a month and didn't get paid any residual income. And it gets kind of frustrating to just sit there knowing that you're better than that. You're sitting here, you're building someone else's dream, but at the same time you're losing yours. So I got in it because I know I'm good at what I do. I know that I can build a residual-based business for myself and show other people how to do it because I've been a district manager for a cell phone company running 4 stores at a time with 16 people. Why not do it for myself and build a future for my family?
Absolutely. Already doing it. You said how many sales a month?
Right now I activated last month. I have my own business at the flea market doing cricket, and I work for Cricket Communications Tuesday through Friday. So, I activate 60 to 100 lines a month, and it's just, I don't get, they give me $2.
Residuals from it, not residuals. Right.
Residuals.
Welcome to Vitel.
Yes.
in my whole team, and I'm gonna help people. I love helping people. Some of my kids are 18, now they're 20. They were 18, 22 years old. I used to teach Sunday school. So I want to help them and show them the business. And I want to help my family. That's my why. Awesome, awesome. Who's next? Give me 2 minutes. I heard a gentleman.
Hey, Lou, it's Dan from Texas.
Hey.
It's really simple. Why? It all centers around one word: freedom. Freedom to be with people that I want to be with, be able to go places I want to go, be able to do the things that I want to do on my terms, not someone else's. And that's why my wife and I are part of this business, because we have dreams that you cannot accomplish when you have a boss. With a business like this, it makes it possible to do exactly that. That is my life.
Can you tell me this, Dan? Because it sounds a little on the surface, and I like to keep it real.
Sure.
Is there any one thing that was going on that made you just say, you know what, I'm sick of this? Like what was the one thing that you had to do something different?
That's real easy, Lou. I'm going to put it under one word. It was being controlled by somebody else. When you work for somebody else, that's exactly what happens. You are controlled. You do not have the freedom to call the shots. And watching everybody else do what they have been able to do and accomplish what they've been able to accomplish, I took a good look at this for a while, and finally I realized, you know what? It's time to break out of the shell, so to speak. And that's it, right there. Not wanting to be controlled by the situations, but being able to control the situations.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing. Anybody else? Give me 2 minutes.
Hey Lou, this is Penny again. I just wanted to make a quick little statement.
Okay.
Scott, if you're still on the line, find me on Facebook, Penny Hicks Kyle. I have nothing to gain from you, but I'd like to reach out to you and help you. That's what we do at Vitel. We're family. That's it.
Thank you, Penny. Anybody else? 2 minutes. Let's put it out and finish without getting a breakthrough so that we can get to the next level. It's time. It is time. Vitel is ready. You know, we've gone through some, enhancements. There's some changes. There's some challenges. We are ready. So let's get the why back out close this front in center, and let's go to work. 2 minutes. Who else?
No, just right.
Yes, sir.
Florida dealer from Augusta, Georgia. My why is to be free from working anywhere else but here at home. I like working here at home, and I like vitel. I lost my two jobs uh, 3 years ago, and one job I lost a year ago. So I'm doing vitel now.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing, Loretta.
You're welcome.
Who's next? Let's put it out here. We got to validate these lies so we can get our breakthrough and go to work. You've got to know it's not just you going through what you're going through. You know. Anybody else?
Hey Lou, this is Linda Albert. How are you?
Miss Lena, how are you?
Long time no talk to you, young lady. Wait till we see. Hey, I wanted to share too about my wife. I apologize if she's still on the call. I apologize. I haven't been doing much these last few weeks on posting and whatnot. I backed off big time. I kind of like went into like a little bit of a mode, thinking that we're never gonna make it, and all this other stuff. And I'm about fed up with working a regular job. I want this vitel to work for both me and my husband. I'm going to get back up at 6 tomorrow morning to do whatever I can to get where we have to be, eventually, somewhere down the road. But I go through my spurts where I go into these, like, moods where I don't feel like doing anything, you know what I mean? But my why is to, like my husband said earlier, give up the boss, fire the boss, because these bosses don't give a hoot about nobody. I want to be free of a boss, basically. Basically what it boils down to. And I'm looking forward to meeting everybody next week. Well, we are looking forward to it.
You too, Linda. And the crazy thing about it is your boss is scrambling for his job. So when you say the boss doesn't care about anybody, he's not safe. The bosses are not safe. Nowadays, they're the first ones to go. They're the first ones to go. So, it's stressful all the way around. So, they have to be a little harder than normal. They got to show out a little more, just to try to save their own time. So, jobs are safe out here, I'll tell you. And it's just not safe. Thank you for sharing. Then welcome back. Get back on this horse. We have 2 minutes. Let's get it out of here, guys. This is going through time. And for some reason, I just know it's just time to get back to the why. And I've been preaching this on my page. This has just been on my mind for the last couple of days. If you can tell what my post has been about. Why? And it's not until we identify that we're able to, counter the no. And once you identify your why, you don't give a who quit your team. That's their issue, not yours. That don't have nothing to do with your end game. Has nothing to do with you becoming financially free. But you don't understand that and I didn't hear you.
No, I said when you get residual income, whether that's 4, 5, 6, or 7 figure income, on it, you have to help to keep wealthy and so that freedom thing more.
Oh, and that's the truth. Yeah, in talking about healthy, we have to more in this industry. I mean, you got to keep, have a balance, but we have to get this self-development piece in order. Until we change our way of thinking, it's easier for us to go back into the same rut. Until we completely change our way of thinking, and it's not our fault. The way that we've been taught to think is not our fault. We've been taught it, but like five. We've been taught if you copy, if you get caught cheating, if you copy from anybody, go to the corner. It's bad, bad, bad. Well, in network marketing, it's good, good, good. The best copycat wins also. But we're so used to having to figure everything out by ourselves. Don't copy. Nope, you gotta be the first one to think of it. Don't worry about what they're doing. Yes, I know what they're doing works, but I'm trying to figure something else out. That is, it's one of the dumbest things we've heard of, but we've been taught to think like that. We're listening to professors, teachers, how can somebody who has never been wealthy, how can somebody who doesn't even have a wealth-building mindset, they have a job mentality, how is he going to teach you, wealth-building tools? He hasn't learned them. He's still in a job. So we have to train we have to get personal development. And we all need it, and we can never, I don't care what your title is, I don't care how, big you get in the company, everybody will tell you personal development. We're all still seeking personal development on a daily basis, and that's what it's going to take. I know a large percentage of people, don't reap. I forget what number it is after high school. It's like a crazy number, like 70% or something really crazy. But we've got to get back to conditioning our brains and relearning some stuff. Not relearning stuff, throwing away the old stuff and learning some new stuff, with personal development. Anybody else? Anybody else? Give me 2 minutes.
Hey, so how you doing, Chris?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I like to not only piggyback off that, but also just put a little input as far as why I joined Vitel. I'm pretty much self-employed since the year 2006, and sometimes when you hear people talk about their why and why they joined the opportunity, why they're doing what they're doing, it's definitely more so from the personal standpoint. People need supplemental income, people get laid off their jobs, people get things of that nature. But I'm going to put a little twist to it. I'm going to come from a perspective that, yes, I was well off coming into Vitel. I own my very own sales and marketing firm here in Chicago. I was self-employed. Now, for those of you who know about Robert Kiyosaki, he always talk about the what? 4 quadrants. That's why you always see on the left side, you have the E quadrant, you have the S quadrant. Now, yes, I was making some lot of money. I didn't have to clock in, but guess what? Even though I had my own business, I was the CEO, I was the CFO, I was HR, I was accounts payable, I was accounts receivable. So what does that kind of sound like, ladies and gentlemen? It sounds like almost like a job. Okay? It kind of sounds just like a job. So even if you are self-employed in some way, and I made a video when I first joined, I believe I was a team leader or a sales manager out there on YouTube, about sometimes being self-employed is almost just like having a job. The only thing is that you got just a little bit time freedom. You don't have to really report to anybody, but you got all these roles to do. Because guess what? If you're not out there doing what you got to do, you and your family do not eat.
That's right.
You and your family does not eat. So yes, I was doing what I was doing. I was making some money, but I had no time to spend it. I had no time to enjoy it. You know how it feels that if there's a carnival, coming in on a Saturday in your town, and your kids looking at you like, hey, can we go here? Like, what, hey, y'all go ahead with your mom. I gotta go ahead and go to this event. I gotta go to this symposium. I gotta go do this expo. I got freedom, freedom. And that gets into my why when I looked at the message. Yes, the competition plan, yes, that was great. It wasn't really the products and services. I've been in network marketing companies that have the same look, feel, shape, taste, smell, all that good stuff. But yes, the competition plan plays a role in that. Yes, my kids over there acting up. So, but the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, is that not only that, but the Freedom Club, the Freedom Club, something I can use to leverage. Okay, that's why I love Vitel because it did so much like a glove, and just because it was doing this, pretty much basically doing the same thing I was doing. But at the same time, I was able to leverage. That means I had a little more freedom to spend time with the family. I had a little more freedom to coach people who really needs to be coached and who wants to be coached. I should say who wants to be coached. And that flies into the mindset. The mindset. Who said it best? You would never get to the top of the company with the same type of mindset that if you was coming in. It evolves. The more you know, the more you grow. Some of you heard that old cliche coming on the television. The more you know, exactly. It's like that. Ladies and gentlemen, when you get into an opportunity, make sure you plot your course. If you have a coach, if you have a sponsor who's teaching you things and telling you, you know what, you need to go 1, 2, and 3. You need to do 1, 2, and 3. Don't do 1, 2, 2 and a half, 2 and a third, 2 and 3/4, and then try. No. Again, that goes along with mindset. That goes along with mindset. Plot your course. Have a business plan. Have a goal, short term and long term. Because whatever your why is, you need to start plotting your course in order to accomplish that goal, and to accomplish your why. But above all, everything else, your mind gotta be right. No and ifs, buts about it. Your mind has to be right. Myself and other leaders, we are here for you. Like I tell people, all you have to do is do 2 things. Be coachable and take massive action. You can't be coachable and don't take massive action. That's cheerleaders. Okay? You can't be coachable. You take massive action, but you're not being coachable. That means that you put in massive action, but you put all the energy in the wrong area. No, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta be coachable and take massive action. You have to do those 2 things. Well, with me, some other leaders may have their own little ditty they want their team to follow, but that's all. To make money with me, that's all you gotta do. Be coachable and take massive action. That starts with your mind. That's it. That's you, Lou.
Thank you. Thank you, RVP. That's my RVP. We got a little time left. If, anyone that I've missed, we got 2 minutes. Let's get the why out, up front, in your face, in our face. Let's put it out in the street. We got to get some breakthrough so that we can move forward in our Vitel business. Enough of this playing around. Anybody else? You guys have muted. You have to press *6 to unmute. But I'm just almost not believing. See, one thing about, and I'm going to pick on you, Kenny, for a second. I think Kenny went months without sharing her story. Just months doing her own thing, not sharing her story or whatever. As soon as she began to share her story, as powerful as it is, when we look at her story as powerful, sharing it for the first time, a person whose story it is, there is
um, show you guys how important it is to get your story out there. You do not have to be an NSC. You do not have to be an RVP. Your story matters. It's somebody who's going to relate you, to you. By sharing your story, somebody's gonna be looking at you and just you're gonna get touched up so hard. And you know, in network marketing, you know, you're selling yourself. People follow people more than anything, and that's why we tell you guys to start branding yourself. Not so much as vitel. Vitel's good. You're the ones who need to get your business out. So, you know, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Anybody who wants to floor, wants to get their story out here, it's about creating breakthroughs, you know, so we can get to the next level. But we're not going to get there acting like everything's okay and we're broke. You got a story to tell? Okay, guys, so if there are, if nobody else wants to share, I do want to close this in. I, I think we may have a couple more slots for Houston. I know there is someone who is looking for a male roommate. If there is anybody who's looking for a male roommate, go ahead, or even a female roommate, go ahead and post in our Facebook group. If there is anybody driving from Chicago, anybody driving from Chicago, go ahead and post that in the Facebook group. I have somebody who wants to come along with. Anybody is driving from the Chicago or Indiana area. With that, we do have coming back from our leadership summit, we're actually going to start an elite mastermind group. This group is specifically designed for runners. You know, we are independent representatives. We can work at any pace we choose to. Some people want to walk, some people want to crawl, some people want to jog, but this particular group is specifically for the runners. For the runners. And we don't want to stagnate the people who want to run, so we can't keep the crawlers and the runners in the same pool, if that makes any sense. Now, there are going to be a lot of different assignments, a lot of different challenges, a lot of different, you know, things that are going to be required of you to stay in the group. But to start in the group, everybody who is maintaining a Vive social as well as a VPN can start in the group. If you are maintaining a Vive social and your personal Vive social and your VPN, and you want to be a part of the group, go ahead and email me at what's my email address? WEEZ as in zebra, the numeric 2 at yahoo.com. LOUWEEZ, numeric 2 at yahoo.com. I need you to include your full name, your rep ID number, and your nearest upline NSC or above. Full name, rep ID number, your nearest upline NSC or above, and we will be checking to make sure that you guys have your VPN and your Vive social, because it really, there's nothing we can do for you if you're not, you know, willing to commit to those two things into your business, and that's the honest truth. Because if we all, the way that our system works, we've simplified this thing, if every single rep commits to those two, as you're building your business, it's going to be steady, and your residual income is going to be solid. If everybody comes to the business and we're doing bare minimum, those two things, just maintaining ourselves, you know, so We don't know when we're going to get a business partner. We don't know, when we're going to get a customer. But we can control that. Our own personal VPN, our own personal My Social that helps us explode our business. Lastly, that is pretty much about it. I just want everybody to stay plugged in. Really identify, even if you didn't share it with us here personally, identify your why. The best thing that you can do for your business is to identify your why, and quickly, and then plug in. We got to get back to the three ways. We have got to get to putting prospects on the live webinars. It can't be all reps. It can't be. It can't be. We've got to get back to calling your leaders. Fortunately, every single last leader within Vitel currently answers their phone. Every last one of them. If we don't answer right away, we're going to call you back. And so there's no excuse. No excuse. Can we go where it's not a job, so can we call each and every one of you guys up? We don't have a crystal ball. We don't know who needs help in what area. But if you do your part, pick up the phone. No question is a dumb question. Well, kind of. I stuck my foot in my mouth. But when utilize the three ways. Utilize the three ways and just allow us to help you build your business. My phone doesn't ring nearly as much as it should for the size team that I have. And not even my team, I'm open up to like everybody. I don't even care. I don't ask anybody who your upline is. If you call me, I help you. Period. End of discussion. It doesn't matter who your upline is. We're all in this thing together, and I'd rather work with people who want to work than try to beg others to work. Does that make sense? So, we can adjourn the call, and I thank each and every one of you guys for being on tonight. And those of you who have shared, I thank you so much. It's out to the universe now, and we got to get busy. We got to get busy. It's time for us to stop playing with this thing. It's so much bigger than us. If you guys can imagine being Brandon Ivy's sponsor. Had no clue, didn't even know who a Brandon Ivy was. But, they're cash and checks. They got their mama in the business, cash and checks. I mean, really. It's about
to give to the field, especially those who are out there using their Vice Social. I've definitely seen a lot of posts out there. Just a quick little nugget right here. I've seen a lot of people post things about Vice Social and letting people know what the Vice Social does or what have you. I've also seen people post using Vice Social to post the opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, that's good. Keep doing it. But throw a little something in the mix with that as well. Okay, we have great specials going on with our phones, with Verizon, Sprint, and T-Mobile. How about throwing that up into your Vice Social campaign posts? We just launched Energy. Throw that on into your Vice Social posts. Okay? I'm saying these, guess what? Our prepaid refills is now 100% up and running. You don't have to worry about it going up and down like the seesaw, okay? These added security measures, we are live with that, okay? Start throwing that into your campaigns or your Vice Social. It works. I got 3 customers just today, 3 customers just off of what they've been saying on the Vice Social. I've been posting on there. Okay? So we're a little bit more than just the opportunity. Showing the opportunity is great, but also make sure we still are, it still is a customer acquisition company. Okay? And also one last thing is that tomorrow is the last day. Remember, Vitel has extended the month of July. So you have until midnight Pacific time tomorrow to qualify for your Freedom Club bonuses. Okay? Do not be that guy, do not be that girl who left 125, 250, 375, 550, 1,300 on the table because they did not qualify. Leaders, make sure your team is getting their Vice Social and their Vice Business Network. Okay? If you have the Vice Social, it waives your $50 in CV of outside customers. Meaning that if you're a platinum and you get the Vice Social, guess what? You're good. We're going to give you $300 in volume. Okay? If you're a diamond and you got your Vice Social, instead of needing 100 of outside volume, you need 50. Okay? So leaders, I'm telling you, speed of the leader, speed of the pack. Make sure your team is getting their BBN and Vice Social. Ladies and gentlemen, $300 in volume, guess what? It's free with a 30-day, with a $30 profit. Okay? I just went over that in the presentation. So with that being said, those are nuggets out there. Hey, we got some outstanding packages out there for our cell phones, our prepaid refills. Those count as volume. Go out there and sell something. Go out there and market something. With that being said, move back to you. Thank you.
Thank you. You guys have a beautiful night, and let's do this thing. But thank you so much, guys, for opening up and sharing your stories. I really appreciate that. You guys have a beautiful night. Good night.
Good night.